Hello everybody, it is Guark F1 back. This time we have remembered to start recording before practice starts. But today, we are at Saudi Arabia. This track is a lot better for me. Hopefully points on the horizon for not only me, of course, I myself haven't finished in the points yet. Although, whenever the AI is my teammate, they seem to do so. And also we're driving to Richard Verschoor, who also hasn't scored a point yet this season. 5 races in, so hopefully we score points for not only ourselves but for sure as well, you know. Get a little bit balanced in the team. Couple races ago, Jack Crawford got on the podium at Japan, so, you know, maybe we can do that again. But, you know, this time as for sure, we're into qualifying. Got first sort out the setup and everything, and then we'll be amped for a qualifying lap. Of course, we do 2 quali laps at the start, wait a little bit, and then do our final flyer with barely any seconds left on the clock. Just fixing the fuel, PSI, whatever. Just make us be a little bit faster. But now we can go out onto the track and just see where we can place the car. Of course, the first lap always tank a lap. I don't really care about the first lap. It's just something, you know. Got to be that 7% rule or whatever the hell it is. I don't think that's in the game. I don't know. I've never been in that area. Coming out of the pits, we're lined up behind the Williams, but we'll be going so slow that it won't really matter. Getting on that exit curve, you're going to be seeing that a lot. Coming down into the final corner, this is to start our first flying lap of this weekend. Try to go a little bit wide so we pick up as much speed as we can. Of course, not missing maximum revs. At the end of first sector, we set a 34.5, and by the end of the second sector, it is a 104.0. So, you know. Once again, I don't know what sector time should really be looking like. I don't know these tracks that well, but I feel like that's decent. Coming down towards the line now, and it is a 32.0, which sets us solidly last by 5 tenths. But not many people have done a lap. Of course, with P11 as we come to do our second lap now. Coming down towards the line again, DRS open, ERS all but maximised. Do we actually use any ERS is the question? No, we don't. Coming down into the braking zone of turn 1. Sector 1, we are 3 tenths up, we set 34.2. That is a lot faster in terms of F1, 3 tenths. That'll set us ahead of Agile if we continue like this. We are 6 tenths up. By the end of sector 2, nearly 7 tenths up, so it's 103.3, nearly a 103.4. Coming down towards the final corner, we're looking at nearly 8 tenths up. Drop down a little bit, let's see, can we catch anything on the exit? Yes we can, we get into that 8 tenth zone. Do we break into the 9 tenths as well? No we don't. We're about 8.5 tenths up, it's across the line, it's up into P11 and only a tenth and a half behind Russell in P10. That is a lot better. Of course in the pits, fuel is a lot lower, new tyres, let's see, can we do anything else? This is our final line lap of the weekend. Where are we setting ourselves? So far P12 as it is now. That was pretty decent. I think that would already be our best qualifying session in this career mode. But of course, it can always be better. As we are coming towards the final corner, giving ourselves as much as a gap to the back of the pack as we can. No one else is going to be coming out of the pits now, so we are completely clear. ERS melting away, DRS open now. Go as wide as we can, pick up as much speed as we can. We already find nearly a tenth coming into towards turn 1. Very, very clean. He actually pick up 2 tenths as well. Nearly 3 tenths, lose a little bit of time on exit though. And by the time we get to the end of sector 1, we are actually only a tenth and a half up. Not as decent as I would have liked, but I'm pretty sure that would set us ahead of Russell, depending on how he does on his flying lap. Coming towards the end of sector 2, we are almost 3 tenths up, so 103.1 at the end of the second sector. 1 more sector to go, and of course skipping to the exit at final corner, we are now 4 tenths up. We have found a massive time, and towards the line we're P15, And we are, I think I saw P9, yes, P9. So our first time starting in the top 10 as well, I do believe. That is a very decent qualifying. So this is probably, well, this is going to be my best weekend so far in the career mode. 5 races in. Ninth place for us as Richard Verschoor. Out-qualified George Russell and Lando Norris as well, for good measure. But that's not important. It's not about where you start, it's where you finish.
Welcome to one of the fastest races in the entire
I mean, it's a street circuit, don't put it past
me. While it's one of the newer races on the F1 World Tour, it's already staked its reputation as a fan favourite.
Crofty talk again,
it's Jeddah,
as I always do.
And it's the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So let's take a look at the topographical map of the Jeddah street circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Hamilton, Albon,
Williams and P4,
Fernando Alonso, and Tsunoda. Doohan,
what are you doing in P7?
Verschoor, and George Russell. Norris, Behrman,
all you suck.
Lance Stroll, and Gasly. Crawford, Piastri
as well.
Nico Hülkenberg, and decent. Isaac Hadjar. Antonelli, Ocon,
not as decent.
Bortoletto, and Liam Lawson rounds off the grid.
The gap.
That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race.
2.7. Just got our race strategy to do now. I don't actually think we changed strategy at all, but we do bring down the fuel because sometimes the fuel gets a little bit melted. But let's have a look. What other strategies being seen today? I'm sure there's going to be a couple of 2 stops. I think most of us are opting for a 1 stop. Everyone is starting on the mediums, bar Esteban Ocon, so questionable at Haas, but I'll let them cook for now. But yeah, I think most drivers will be doing that 1 stop, medium to hard. I don't know any strategy that involves softs, so that sounds a little bit exciting. Literally, both of the recommended strategies didn't even involve the soft tires, never mind start on them. So I'm sure he's going to be expecting a good start. The other one is the 2 stop, medium, medium, hard. On around lap 10 and lap 18, I think that was. Coming towards the grid spots now. This is really fun, getting just to be able to sit back and relax. But here we go then. The 5 lights are up. And we are racing in Saudi Arabia. That was a long hold as well. We get a decent start. Get to follow up Carlos Sainz as well. We're actually going to go down the inside of him, nearly go down the inside of Tsunoda and Doohan as well. We actually make contact with Tsunoda. I don't think we get a warning for it. And we are going around the outside of Carlos Sainz. Do we manage to keep the place? We're going to squeeze him nearly into the barrier, and we do get the place coming down towards turn 3. Can we follow Doohan as well through the rest of at least the first sector? I think Doohan will be an easy pickings for us just to get. We get on the curb, we lose the position to Sainz, we nearly lose the position to George Russell as well, so we are back where we started by the end of sector 1, coming up the final corner of lap 1. Nothing else has really changed, but now it is going to change because Russell and Norris are on our tails, coming towards turn 1. Russell does not get past us, neither does McLaren or Lando Norris. We're going to challenge George Russell round turn 2. Do manage to keep the place though. Is he going to challenge us down towards turn 3? No, he isn't. So we're going to skip through to Jack Doohan exploding in front of us. That was exciting. We have DRS off him though, which is good, so every cloud has a silver lining. Just coming to the end of the S's and into the next DRS zone. Still not being challenged, we go a little bit wide. And we end up losing the place to both George Russell and nearly Lando Norris. Might just happen with the fast lap as well. DRS open, we move to the right hand side of George Russell, we get past George Russell. and maybe the Mercedes and McLaren want to start fighting, we can run back up to Carlos Sainz, because that would be a lot more helpful. We have a little bit of a slide in the braking zone in turn 1 as well. Going to go a couple laps later, George Russell gets back past us, but we are in the DRS Carlos Sainz now, so it doesn't even matter how much we get challenged, because we always will have that little assist of DRS. George Russell once again challenges us, coming down the main straight. Oscar Piastri is also right behind us as well, only a couple of attempts behind. George Russell though, we're going to go wheel to wheel with him into the braking zone. On the outside line, we're braking a little bit later, and it is back ahead for us. Coming through turn 6. Lap 6, onto lap 7 and onto lap 8 as well. We are following Fernando Alonso, Alex Albon and Carlos Sainz. George Russell is a finger to pass. We move late to the inside of Fernando Alonso. Through turn 2 we have a little bit squirrelish on the throttle, but that's fine. Still managed to get placed up to P7, so this is really good for us. Alex Albon, scared of a fight, goes into the pits, but we get DRS off him as well, and a healthy little slipstream as well to help us towards his teammate Carlos Sainz. Into the braking zone. I'm going to guess, by the way, Alex Albon is going to be one of them 2 stoppers. So the Williams is not a primary objective for us right now. Carlos Sainz following his teammate in a lap later. Also scared of a fight, but it's another position for us, so we're actually up to P5 right now. And if those Williams are 2 stopping, then we are net P5. Charles Leclerc is coming into pits. We will be following him as well, along with Max Verstappen, who I believe is also in there. George Russell also following us in, Pierre Gasly as well, and I think that's Oscar Piastri joining us in there. Don't see any other ones. As we come into our pit box, how good can we get it? Not that good. Front left, very, very slow. We actually have 5.5 seconds. We also have to wait as well for George Russell, so we've lost the place to him. But we have managed to stay ahead of Pierre Gasly and Oscar Piastri. That is scary now, how we are right ahead of them. Not where I would have liked to be. Team is in the pit this lap, along with one else is doing a 1 stop. Pierre Gasly gets past us, Oscar Piastri, hoping to follow what would have been his teammate if he decided to stay with Alpine. Went to McLaren, and because of that, didn't manage to get past us. And he stays P15, we only go to P14. Into turn 3, does he challenge us there even? No, he doesn't. We go a little bit wider than we would have wanted. But for now, we have kept the place. Coming down towards the final corner, there's about 17 cars in front of us, and I don't even know how that's possible. There's only 13 drivers ahead of me. George Russell, Pierre Gasly, Oscar Piastri, Alexander Albon, Lando Norris. I see there is about 1,000 drivers here on the map. I can also see a Haas and a Red Bull. We try and make a place. There's Hulkenberg and Ocon as well. Jesus Christ, can we go around the outside of someone? Yes, we can't. What? That wasn't even English. Gabby Bortoleto in there somehow. I don't know where he came from. George Russell, we also managed to get past, so we've made 2 places in that. We're up into P11. But Jesus Christ, managed to get an external shot of the next lap where we are just all as clumped in, and look at the party that is going on. All of us split by, like, what is that, 4th place to 13th place, all split by 3 seconds at most. All of us in a DRS train together, all of us trading pace all the time. We get up to P9 as well. This is just an amazing sight that I'm seeing. You wouldn't believe it's lap 15 with 0 safety cars, would you? You'd believe it's either a race start or a safety car restart. We managed to gain another place, I think. I want to say I did. Or maybe I'm just battling with Piastri so hard I can't remember. We've got to the back of Esteban Ocon though, coming back onto the onboard. I really wanted to get more external shots, but there's nothing in replay mode, and I forgot to actually save the race replay. Coming down the back straight with DRS. Is Oscar Piastri going to try and challenge us again? He tries it, but we brake later with the inside line, so we stay ahead in P8. Carlos Sainz, who I was going to say was doing a 2 stop, I think is actually only doing a 1 stop and just pitted really early. Maybe he's really good for tyre saving, I'm not sure. Oscar Piastri gets ahead of us. Coming down towards turn 1. Does he stay ahead? No, yes he does. He stays ahead. P8 for Oscar Piastri, P9 for Richard Verschoor. Coming down this long left-hander in the DRS again. George Russell is on our tail. Oscar Piastri and Carlos Sainz in front of us. We brake a bit way too late. Outbraked ourselves massively. We've pushed Carlos Sainz, what would have been, into the barrier if we braked any later. Piastri's made a place. We've made 2 places. We've now got back past Oscar Piastri as well. That was quite dangerous from us. We outbraked ourselves massively there. We were lucky to get the car stopped just in time before any worse contact was made. Sorry to Carlos Sainz. Could have killed him there. But Oscar Piastri following him. We've also managed to escape DRS with the Williams and Mercedes. Carlos Sainz, George Russell. We get past Oscar Piastri through the S's. And on to the next part. The Blades tip, as I like to call this part of this back straight. Oscar Piastri now the one in DRS. And Oscar Piastri is the one that gets back past us. And into the hairpin. We don't decide to attack him this time, as I'm sure Carlos Sainz is very jealous of. Instead we get the DRS off of him. And coming down the main straight, following Piastri all the time. We're not actually going to use any battery because we are already quite low. We move to the inside line and we get ahead of Oscar Piastri. Yes, we do. I've just noticed on the map the Williams has now pitted as well. We actually don't get past Oscar Piastri. We have to wait until turn 3 to do that. Are we going to dive him? Yes, we are. Maybe bang wheels a little bit as well. There might have been a bit of contact in there. Who cares? We got ahead. Couple laps later, same thing again. We let Piastri pass, coming into the final corner, just so we can get that sneaky little bit of DRS to follow him down that main straight and get back ahead into turn 1. Just anything to try and get that place. And also it's doing really well because we're escaping George Russell as well. So in fact I'm quite strong in sector 2, I'd say. Sector 1 is probably my weakest sector. And of course we just have DRS from there, so just to be a miss for the first sector isn't really that bad. We're not going to lose that much time, especially when Gasly and Russell are battling, and I don't think P5 was ever on the cards to begin with. Piastri gets back ahead, same move as always. We sit back, get the DRS, and we attack him into turn 1, so as I'm sure is going to happen for about the 4th time, and don't think this is the last time either. I don't really know how to commentate this mirror move. We decided to go around the outside actually this time, so there we go, we've actually changed it for once. And we get the place a lot easier as well, being a chicane. We have the inside line for turn 2. And he has no means to attack us, I don't believe. No, he doesn't. We've run out of battery on lap 21, which means Oscar Piastri is actually going to get back ahead of us. Coming into turn 1 though, we have the inside line, we get back ahead of him once again. Not the plan I was hoping for originally, of letting him back pass before the final corner. And he's going to challenge us as well into turn 3. Doesn't do anything with it though, he just puts us offline, making us a little bit slower. He gets back ahead of us on the blade. Into the final corner, he locks up as well. That's not going to be any good for him. I'm sure even with that lock up he still has the pace to beat me. DRS back open. Same as always, you'd never guess what's going to happen. Do we switch it? Yes we do. We do switch it very, very aggressively. Move towards the inside, which allows him on that inside line of turn 2. I think thinking back to this, I maybe shouldn't have held the inside so aggressively. Coming around the blade again. Piastri back through on the final corner. We are right up his backside. DRS once again wide open, this time using the battery despite us not having any, to get back past again. He closes the door on the outside, we have to go towards the inside, he knows what he's doing. And unfortunately for him, we also know what we are doing. So we are ahead at turn 2, he has no hope of having the inside line at turn 2, we're just a little bit too fast for him on lap 23. Back around the blade, we're trying to let him pass on the inside, but he's following us a little bit too closely, and we probably would have made contact, maybe looking like the 2021 Saudi Grand Prix, where Verstappen tried to let Hamilton pass. That may be what that would have looked like. We lost a little bit too much time though, and I don't think we are actually going to have any time to attack him again into turn 1. We don't have enough battery to do it as well, we're too far back. Yellow flags are out as well, and yet we are just a little bit too far away. And on lap 24, Piastri gets ahead of us, and he's going to be able to run away from us now. So once again, similar to 2021, Perez defending from Hamilton at Abu Dhabi, but this time Piastri does get past him. But he has brought points to play. I don't know. I'm trying to link it as hard as I can. On the final lap, Charles Leclerc has won the race, and Ferrari. Is it a 1-2? No wait, the Red Bull's on the back of the Ferrari. For P2, it's Ferrari 1-3 and a Red Bull 2-4. It's McLaren 5-6. But there's no way of messing up now with a 3.3 second gap to the Alpine and Mercedes, because we have finished in the points for the first time ever. We give us a little bit of a weave as well, coming towards the line. Both us and Richard Verschoor have finally finished in the points. Both teammates have finally put points on the table. Kimi Antonelli gets driver of the day, but this is huge. Me scoring points is bigger than when our AI teammate got a podium, I swear. It was a Ferrari 1-3 in the end. Charles Leclerc won, Lewis Hamilton 3rd, Max Verstappen 2nd, Yuki Tsunoda 4th, Lando Norris 5th, Oscar Piastri 6th, we were 7th, George Russell 8th, Andrea Kimi Antonelli 10th, Pierre Gasly in the middle of the two Mercedes. Our teammate finished second last of the finishers and fourth last out of everyone classified. Of course, the two DNFs. The standings, we are finally in that top 14. Still P7 though in the constructors. In the race director, of course, everyone opting for the one stop apart from Nico Hulkenberg, Esteban Ocon, both Williams, Ollie Behrman, and I think there was Isaac Hadjar as well. And now going home.
Hey, Chief. We have a part or two ready for development.
We have a lot to do. We make a lot of upgrades, so I'm just going to put it on 5 times speed. You guys get to sit back and see what we get to do. We have chassis upgrades, powertrain upgrades. We have a lot of R&D points to go through. And because it's not a back-to-back weekend, we also have a whole week to do the upgrades. We stop it pretty much every single day to do it as well. Of course, setting up our activities as well. Still on this 5 times speed. Just get to sit back and relax and let us just do this. We advance a couple of days, new parts develop, new parts, then being put into development. The tyre blankets failed. I'm trying to read all of this in the 5 times speed. It's very, very fun. More upgrades done. Another one failed. I think we equipped that one to Crawford because we will be driving as Crawford. Another chassis upgrade failed as well. So another upgrade failed, this time in durability. We get a lot of upgrades. We also set that engine upgrade to Crawford because we will be driving as Crawford. We have an upgrade for owner training, whatever the hell that means. We changed around some of our activities just because of the circumstances, I guess. Someone started talking. I've really hurt my ears. I think we have the upgrades finally, so now we could do 2 upgrades for both development and powertrain and durability as well. Do a quick 1 upgrade to Verschoor just to be a little bit fair. Don't want to see any favouritism. Make a couple more upgrades to the areas. Looking at how to make 1 to corporate. We end up choosing 1 in the end. Advance just a little bit further. Have a look at making 1 more upgrade before we leave to the weekend of Miami. Is there anything else to do? Yes, there is. There we go. We finally found it. Checking any of the last tabs. And finally we can go back to normal speed. So we can do our tyre allocation. And a race weekend. We leave it on balance because it's sprint weekend as well. We pick Jack Crawford. And of course, as we go into this black screen and load into Miami, this does mark the end of the video. Please subscribe. It is free. I don't want to get at you again for it. Like, because it helps. It's also free, you know. And so, you know, do it. And yeah, goodbye, thank you. Please join us next time for Miami. Goodbye.